start with a big breath. Big exhale and a squat. Looking down at those knees and toes, making sure they're lined up. Big breath in. Big exhale. Nice and low, we're gonna drop it back. Drop it back, drop it back, drop it back. And drawing up from your pelvic floor through that Pilates scoop, we're gonna let it out and in and out and in and out and in. And then let's add the lift and in. Release your scoop and drop the floor. Lift and in. Release your scoop and drop the floor. Lift and in. Release your scoop and drop the floor. And lift and in. Release your scoop and drop the floor. One more time. Hold it there. We're just going to put our hands on our pelvis to remind ourselves of where horizontal is. And we'll lift one leg. Nice and high. Try not to let the hip go up with your knee. Switch sides. My little hip flexors are going, whee, good morning. 5, 6, 7, switch sides. I'm going to take that knee, same exercise, but I'm going to hold it turned out. And I'm going to go lift, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, switch. Whoosh. So knee comes up, hips are still parallel, turn the knee out to the side. I'm trying to think about my scoop being in and up, but I'm going to counterbalance my chest and heart a little bit forward so that my weight is more over the front of like the ball of my foot rather than just my heels. And switch. Front, bend that toe in. Now we're going to move the hips. Lift them and drop them. And lift them and drop them. So this is working the outside of the opposite hip. Switch sides. Woo, it's much harder for me on this side. How about you? Switch on over. We're going to take a leg back. We're going to teeter-totter forward and come back up. And forward. 2, 3, 4, and up. So this is your standing legs, glutes and hamstrings. Yeah? There you go. Lean it forward. There's a name for this exercise. It's something like Russian something. I don't remember. But I always think of those little red bobble birdies. Last one. Good. Let's stand nice and big. Just walk it side to side. Just loosen it up a little bit. Loosen it up a little bit. Turn down my speaker just a little bit here today. Walking through your feet. Make a big circle because you're probably quite warm there now. And come up. We're going to take our shoulders and we're going to squeeze them up to our ears so it feels nice and hot here in your traps. And then we're going to pull them down, whoosh, and up, pull them down, and up, pull them down, up, pull them down, hold them down, nice anchor down the back. And we're going to take our hips now. We're going to slightly go underneath to neutral, yeah? Here we go with the hips in that neutral position and shoulders anchored down. We're going to send our hips to the left, and we're going to take our body out to the right. 2, 3, 4, come up, hollowing out in the center here. 1, switch hips and over. 2, 3, 4, come up, 2, 3, hollow, 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 and over, 2, 3, 4, coming up, 2, 3, 4, switch, 2, 3, 4, rise up. Same thing, but just 2, 1, and rise, 1, and 2, 1, and up. Please right there, and over, 2, and up, 2, 1, up, and over, up, and over, up, and over, up, and over, up, and stay slow. Take it diagonal, flat back. Anchor those shoulder blades still back. Lift it up if you lost it, and we will squat and out, squat and out. Long neck and squat and out and squat and out and come center. Pinch your shoulder blades back. Bend into a squat, pulsing shoulder blades, and we'll come up, right and rise. Hips out. And diagonal, flat back. Anchor those shoulders. And bend. Straight. Knees bent. Straighten, flat back. Stay in center. Arms straight down. Take them out. Shoulder blades pinch. Shoulders, shoulders, long neck. So make sure your shoulders are getting down and back, not up to your ears. Squat. Walk it out. Knees down. Check your core. And then we're going to bring our elbows in by our sides and place them down. So in, slow motion, in, and down, and in, and down. Shoulders back, strong core. And down, and in, and down, and in, and down, and in, and down. Press back wide, downward dog. Arch it up, head, neck, shoulders. Tailbone comes underneath at the top. Hinge our legs. Zip it in. Lean it back. Bounce those hands. Make sure your knees and toes are still in the same direction. Come up. All right, here we go. We're going flat back. 2, 3, 4. We're going plie. 2, 3, 4. We're straightening our legs. 3, 2. Reach long, upright. Use your glutes to bring a straight body back up, yeah? So there's 3 commands. I hate the word command there. There's 3 different instructions I could give you, yeah? There's, just take a look for a second. There's rolling up, which means I'm stacking my body back up from the top to the, from the bottom to the top. That's rolling up. There's flat back up, which means I'm straightening my back first, and then I'm going to use my glutes and hamstrings to lift the whole situation at once. And the third option is to arch up, and that's this one, head, neck, shoulders. And then at the end, you have to remember to tuck your buns back under. Yeah? Okay, 3 different words. Comfortable legs. Yeah, wide but not super wide. Here we go. Forward, flat, back. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. I'm going to add on with each repetition. Take your tailbone back. Forward. 2, 3, 4. And add a squat. 2, 3, 4. How's your scoop? Shoulders back. Straighten your legs and flat back up. 2, 3. Good, good. We're going flat back. 2, 3, 4. We're going to squat for 4. 2, 3, 1. Arms come around to the front. 2, 3. Check your Pilates scoop. Arms go back. 2, 3. Shoulders back and come straight leg. 2, 3, 4. And back up. Good. And flat back front. 2. Squeeze those thighs together for balance. Squat. 2, 3, 4. Arms out. 2, 3, 4. Straighten your legs. 4 counts. 2, 3, 1. Rise up, arms up. 2, 3, 4. Up to your tippy toes, up to the balls of your feet. Good, and lower down. 2, 3, 4. Arms come down. 2, 3, 4. Okay, same series of patterns, but now we're gonna go only as wide as our hip bones. So it's a narrow foot. Here we go, flat back, flat back. 2, 3, 4, and squat. 2, 3, 4, and rise. 2, pushing the floor away, flat back comes up. 5, 6, 7, get your tailbone back in front. 2, 3, 4, and squat. 2, stay flat back, arms come up and up. 2, 3, 4, bring them back. 2, 3, 4, straighten legs. 2, 3, 4, rise up. 6, 7, last one, we'll go front. 2, 3, 4, we'll go down. 2, 3, 4, arms come out. 2, 3, 4, straighten legs. 2, 3, 4, flat back up. 2, 3, 4, and rise. Hold it together. And lower. 2, 3, 4, arms down. 2, nice work. All right. Head towards the back of your mat. Now we're gonna roll down. We're going head, neck, shoulders, back, walk it front. 2, 3, 4. Now you can put your knees on the ground because I'd rather your back be in the right position. Yes? And elbow walks. Elbows back, elbow walks. Don't let your booty sneak up. Hearts forward, strong cores, and walk it back. 2, 3, 4. Straighten those legs. Let's arch the back up. We'll go head, neck, zipping up your center and roll it. Good. And we'll go flat back. 2, 3, 4, and walk it out. Find your plank and hold. And knees down. Stomach's in, nice and strong. Bend your elbows just a little bounce. Bounce. Oh, that's convenient. What's the name of that song? Press back to your child's pose. Start your tracker if you forgot to start your tracker like I did. And roll it up. Exhale, curve. Let your thighs stretch. Hands back. Go ahead and twist a little bit if you feel a bit tight this morning. All right, nice parallel thighs. Zipping in and lifting up. We're gonna work through the back. We'll go contract and hinge. So that's a deep 12 o'clock pelvis. We're gonna rise up. Keep your 12 o'clock pelvis. Contract and hinge some more. Now flat back, arms out. See if you can hover, then fall. Nose, chin, chest, pushes between the hands. Rise up, back lower. Take a moment, bring your legs back together. We're gonna push the ground forward and stay as low as possible. Low. And back to start, roll up. Exhale, contract. And rising up. Exhale, contract. And dive through. And hover, 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 then elbows in, nose, chin, chest to rise. And push it low. Oh, I came up that time, don't tell anybody. Come to your child's pose, but I want you to tuck your feet underneath this time. So the toes, instead of being pointed, are tucked. You're gonna press with your hands, and then slide your chest open and let your tailbone rise up, and really open your chest. Open your armpits. Lengthen that neck. Be careful about the neck. All right, bring those elbows underneath your shoulders, please. Drop and lift your Pilates scoop. Drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift. Let's make the pelvic floor conscious. Lift, scoop, release, release. Pelvic floor scoop, release your scoop, release floor. Floor. Scoop in, scoop out, floor out. 4, scoop in. We're gonna stay right here. Now my elbows are directly underneath my shoulders. I'm gonna place my hands together like I'm clapping. And I'm gonna do shoulder push-ups. So I will drop my chest through and then broaden my shoulders. Drop, press, drop, press. Drop, press, drop, press, drop, press, drop, press. Okay, we're gonna do a variation. Let's make sure that our hands clapping are also pressed into the floor there. So let's just try that for a second. Press your pinky, shoulders back. Press your pinky, shoulders back. Press your pinky, shoulders back. One more, take them down. All right, now we want to keep the pressure even from our elbows to our pinkies. We're gonna scoop up the floor. Nice long neck. Legs together. Straighten those legs. It's okay if they're just part way straight, that's fine. And now shoulder push-ups. We go down, push, down, push, down, push, down, push, down, push. One more, then you're done. Knees down. Rise up to all fours. Take your right hand and dive it through. And stretch between those shoulders. So I'm pressing a little bit to get that twist. Stretching the upper back that we just used. And switch sides. Taking your left hand through underneath and stretching the back.
I'm still hot.
Good. All right, come up. Press back and walk it in. Soft knees and arch it up. Head, neck, shoulders. And curve. Flat back. Squat down as low as you can. Knees towards each other. Just one time. Can you dive through? Whee! All right, straight onto your side. Good job. All right, everybody, nice adventure there. Thanks for trying something new. Okay, so I saw some pictures of our sidekick series in my last set of grading. It seemed like a lot of us were starting to fall back in this hip. Yeah, so if you have like a couch, something firm, like a wall that you can lay up against, let's try that today, yeah? It's okay if you don't, but I just want you to really focus on keeping one hip on top of the other. I apologize for that cough. Because what we often want to do is use the weight of our hip falling back into that wall to get the leg up in the air. And I want you to just use the muscles. Okay. Froggy office chair. So knees are up high. Scoop, lift. Shoulders down. First froggy. Here we go. We'll go froggy. 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 And remember, you can use this hand as a physical cue. So if you put your hand right in front of your hip bones or your belly button, then if your hips are rolling back, they'll lose contact with your forearm. So this can be nice to feel the contact. Keep your hips in line. All right, we're gonna open up slow. Then we're gonna straighten both legs. And notice I am definitely not straightening both legs along the wall here. I'm really quite far forward, like 45 degrees is great. Open, 2, 3, 4, extend, 2, squeeze those legs together, and I really like to imagine that as I'm doing this, I'm taking my heels in the opposite direction from my pelvic floor. So I'm thinking about those two places coming apart. Making your legs as long as possible. Stay right there. We'll go lift, parallel, turn it out, and close. Lift, parallel, turn it out. 2 to the front. We'll go front, parallel, turn it out, and close. Front, parallel, turn it out, and close. Then to the back, parallel, turn it out, and close. Front. Good, and we'll go up parallel and in, just front, just 1, and up, all the way up. Bend it. Yeah. Squeeze there. Long body. And we'll go down. 2, 3, 4, and open. 2, 3, 4, and close. 2, 3, 4, and open. 2, 3, 4. Take it down. Tap it out. All right. Knees forward. Go ahead and twist. I'm going to scooch away from the back. Yes. Spinal twist. Have a stretch. Big stretch in the hip. Also in your back. All right. Come to your back. And we'll do the other side in a moment, but let's rock through our pelvic floor. 12 and neutral and 6 and neutral and 12 and neutral and 6 and neutral and 12. Hold right there. We're going to just press into our feet and lower back down. So we're just going to do the tiniest version, maybe just up to your rib cage of the bridge. Yeah? 6 o'clock pelvis, neutral pelvis, 12 o'clock pelvis. Engage your glutes. Bring it back down. 12 o'clock pelvis, neutral and 6 and neutral and 12 and just barely up and down. Release your glutes and thighs. 12, neutral, 6, neutral, 12. Just press the floor a little bit. Bring it down. Release the glutes and thighs. Feel that 12 o'clock hold in your abdominal wall. And neutral and 6 and neutral and 12 and press. Now we're just going to do the pressing part. Press. Press. Make sure you're staying perfectly aligned, even hips. 12 o'clock, we're keeping it really small. All right, hold up. Knees open. Thighs together. Hold up in 12 o'clock. Hold up in 12 o'clock. Keep pulling in your core. Out and in. Double time. Wide and in. Wide. Hold on to that 12 o'clock. Make sure you're still breathing. We're working on intricacy here. All right, roll it down. Down to 12 o'clock. Release your glutes. And one leg up and down. And other leg and down. Now, if I'm not thinking about this, I'm just moving my legs, it's not very challenging at all. But if you're doing this activity really thinking about pulling up that pelvic floor and your scoop in and then moving the legs, that's when it's challenging, yeah? So take your time, maybe even close your eyes and really feel your insides working. Keep Keep resetting and deepening that lift of your pelvic floor and your Pilates scoop. All right. Go ahead and roll it to the side. And we're going to do the other side kick series. You can be back against that wall if that was helpful for you, or on the floor. You can be front just because there was a light right in my eye. Still blind, guys. All right. Open. 2, 3, 4. Open. 2, 3, 4. Keep those hips right on top of each other. Open. Little pulse. Then we're going to extend forward on the diagonal. We'll go out. Pause right here. Can you take a little deepening moment? Think about pulling that pelvic floor back up, really hollowed in your Pilates scoop. Check your hips. Have they kind of tilted back a little bit? Squeezing your legs together. All right, and then we'll bring them in and send them out. Really turned out, especially in that upper leg. let's send them down. Good, top legs up, parallel, turn it out, down, up, parallel, turn it out, and close to the front 2. So we're doing 2 at a time, slowly to the back. Turn it out and close. Keep it turned out, parallel, turn it out, and close. Singles. Double time. Good, lift it up. And bend it. All right, we're gonna close. 2, 3, 4, and open. 2, 3, 4, and close. 2, 3, 4, and open. 2, 3, 4, and close. 2, open. 2, close. 2, open. 2, put it down. Good. Tap it out, friends. Good handful of marshmallows. Just tap out that excess lactic acid. And then go ahead and find your way into your twist. You can put both legs through if you want. Stretching out those glutes. External rotators. You can massage them. You can focus on your back twist. All right, coming back to your back. We're going to go ahead and take your right knee in for a nice little stretch and circling that ankle, both directions. And switching those legs. Circling the ankle, both directions, and both knees extend. All right, let's do our double leg stretch. So we're gonna lift our floor up, then scoop, and then we're gonna bring our thighs into the chest. Notice how when I squeeze them in, my pelvic clock gets even just a little bit deeper. And then I'm gonna extend. 2, 3, 4. Pull it in. 2, 3, 4. Extend. 2, 3, 4, and in. 2. I'm really holding my knees together today. Now, if you're having no trouble at all keeping your scoop and pelvic clock position, you can move on from the beginning extension, which would be straight up above your belly button. You can start to shoot for an extension that takes the weight of your legs past the fulcrum of your hip sockets, yeah? So you can send them out just a little bit. But if you send them out farther than you can handle, your back will start to lift up, and that means you'll use a whole different set of muscles. So make sure you're being conservative, I know, with your leg position so that we're still working those core muscles that we really want to get into, yeah? And then we'll eventually be able to get out there further and further. All right, how's your back? Do you feel it firmly rooting down through the lower back into the earth? I hope. Good, good. Bring it in. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders up to it and squeeze. Check in with your pelvic floor and your scoop. We're going to do double leg stretch with arms. Open the arms and chest. Bring it up. 2, 3, 2. Open out. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 2. Double leg stretch with arms. 6, 7, 8. Pulling up. 2, 3, 4. And last one. Down with your feet. check in, scoop, lift. 12 o'clock pelvis, gonna lift your right leg, turn it out, 4 single leg circles. We'll go up, 2, 3, 4. Take it out to the right side. Okay, pause right here. This is your right leg. I want you to take your left arm onto the left side of your waist where your obliques are. Give it a big pinch. You should be able to feel those oblique muscles diagonally right there. Yeah? I want you to let the weight of your leg draw your hip off the floor for a moment. Yes? Okay, so come back. Yeah? And then I want you to really engage this left side of your abs to bring that hip back down to earth. Yeah? So bring your foot back up to top, and before even you go out to the side, I want you to squeeze on the opposite side as your leg goes out to the right. And that should anchor your hip down. All right, we go down. 2, 3, 4. We come up. The opposite side of the abs are gonna work. So in this case, it would be to the right. It's not as hard going across because there's the weight of the other leg in the way. Pre-squeeze your left to go right. 2, 3, 4. Take it down. 6, 7, 8, and across. 2, 3, 4. Take it up. 6, 7, 8. Take it out. Keep that left hip down. 3, 4, and down. Good. Across. 2, 3, 4, and switch your legs. Now it's going to be your left leg in the air. Make sure you externally rotate it so you're turned out. You can soften that leg a little bit. It makes it easier to see if you're turned out or parallel. Yeah? And here we go. Up first. 2, 3, 4. Pre-engage the opposite side to keep your right hip down as your leg goes out to the left. Take it down. 2, 3, 4. And across. 6. Hips are in that same rectangle holding shape. 3, 4, squeeze, opposite. 6, 7, 8, and down. 2, 3, 4, across. 6, 7, 8, up. 2, 3, 4, hold. 6, 7, 8. Down, 2, 3, 4, up, 6, 7, 8. Yes. All right. Both knees in. Let's roll like a ball. Whee! Whee! Stay round and then shoulders down and curve. Whee! And stay right there. Tap, tap, tap. Lifting up in your core. Tap, 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 tap. Lower down. Grab those knees and circle them, just letting your hip sockets feel juicy. Reverse. Good, good. Rocking back up to seated. Good job. Excellent. All right, knees down and wide. We're gonna just walk over. Nice, comfy butterfly stretch. Also called Baddha Konasana in yoga. Walk it out. Over your right side. Sorry for the white lint. My cat really wants to keep me warm. Even though I don't wear my training clothes around him, he just watches me walk downstairs and goes with all of his white fur, looking out for me. All right, rise up. Place your legs where you can comfortably sit on the very top of your sit bones. Yeah? Bent legs, 90 is fine. I'm very flexible, so wider and even straight legs is very comfortable for me to still be upright. But if I were falling back here, then I would want to bend my knees so that I can feel those bones underneath. So I'm going to turn a little sideways. This is the part of our body we want to focus on, yeah? So we're going to curve it. 12 o'clock, neutral. 6 o'clock, neutral. 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 We're going to go 12 o'clock. I'm going to take my hands firm straight. I'm going to bring them up into a diamond shape, and I'm going to curve my lower back, but I'm going to arch my upper back. In fact, let's just relax the bottom first. Go ahead and drop your head and shoulders so you're curved all the way through. And then I want you to come to upright, please. And then I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades back and lift your heart up on the diagonal. My neck is going to go back on the back diagonal, so it kind of makes a Y shape. Yeah? So when I contract back here, I'm going to lift my heart up. Yeah, so it's back and front, kind of an S shape. You're going forward. Open, upright. Contract, upright, and contract and arch. Upright. Contract, upright, contract and arch. Contract, upright, contract and arch. Stay there. Can you contract a little more? Can you go deeper into your 12 o'clock? Can you lift your heart a little more? You know, deeper into your 12 o'clock and lift your heart a little more. I feel such a squeeze behind my heart. So I'm really pressing my heart skyward. And come upright. And we'll go into the saw from here. Yes, shoulders down, all the way upright on those hips. And we'll twist, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna lean out over that foot. Go ahead and just lean over it for a second first. Feel the side of your body stretch. Take your arm away for a stretch. Okay, now we're gonna stay over this leg, but I want you to do the opposite thing with the upper body. I want your shoulder, your back shoulder to go down, so that pops this side of your shoulder up, and then we get a nice straight arm line. Come up. Twist front, twist to your other side, come over and out, and then go ahead and stretch over that leg. Good. All right, take that upper arm back. Anchor the left rib cage down so the right shoulder comes up and makes a straight line across that right leg and come center. Okay, now we're going to put all those things together. We're going to go contract, upright, and twist, and lean. Upright, and center, contract, and arch. Upright, and twist, and lean, up, and center, contract and arch, and up, and twist, and lean, and up, and center, contract and arch, and up, and twist, and center, contract, and arch, up, twist, up, center. Return home. Drop your arms down, shake your legs out. Do you feel your hip flexors quite tight at this moment? That's pretty normal. Try and jiggle it out. Lifting up from your core, shoulders back, and we're gonna lift, 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 lift. I know, hold on behind you. Sit up tall. Other leg, lift, 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 lift. Okay, hold on. Contract it back. Both legs are gonna lift, 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 lift. Okay, bend those knees. Flip your left leg over. Swirl it behind you. Let's stretch that out. So I'm gonna lean away from my knee, and I'm trying to lift up and in to 12 o'clock. That addition of the 12 o'clock will move the stretch from just your thigh into these hip flexors. So if you're not sure where your hip flexors are, now's a great place to feel them because they're probably real tight. You can feel them crossing between your pelvis and your thigh. You can feel the big ropey things right there that you're going to stretch. I don't know how I get furrier down here. It's a cat-free area, but I seem to be just getting furrier the longer I am here. We'll pretend it's snow. All right, come on up. Both hips on the floor. Lift it in and up. Arms down to the side. We're gonna rotate from the bottom to the top of the spine, both to wind out and to wind back. So here's your left hip. We're gonna go from there. Hip twist, then your waist and ribs and shoulders and neck and head around. Bring your hips to the floor and waist and ribs, shoulders, neck, head, and waist, ribs, shoulders, neck, head, hips, ribs. Can you get it smaller in the middle as you twist? Shoulders down, lean out. One finger on each hand at most and lift that leg. Lift. 3, 4. I'm trying to keep the whole shin parallel to the floor for this version. Lengthening through my torso. And now I'm going to leave my toe down behind and I'm just going to lift the knee so that'll be external rotators. Here you go. Twist. 2. How's your torso? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it down even more. Let's come all the way down to our elbows and just enjoy a nice twist through the spine there. I'm going to curve my back so it feels juicier. All right, reach it out. And now I'm going to lift that leg up because I have lots of room. I'm going to kick back behind me, so I'm kicking towards the wall. Back. Back. Can you lift the knee and kick back? Lift and kick. Twist and kick. Open 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 and kick. Good. Bring it back across your body. Sit on up. Should be quite tight back there for this twisting stretch, and I'm pulling that thigh into my body. Sitting up tall, gathering through my pelvic floor, shoulders anchored down. Active stretching. All right, drop your hip a little bit more. All right, unwind that leg. Open the other one. Now, many of us have very different hips, so for me, it feels really different on one side and the other, and that can be okay and normal. So don't feel scared if you're like, what's wrong on one side? Probably just a little lopsided, like most of us humans. You're going to work towards strengthening and stretching back to even. Lifting up, rotating from the pelvis. Here we go. We'll go twist, hips, waist, ribs, shoulders, neck, head, twist. Ribs, shoulders, neck, head, twist. Press that hip. Ribs, shoulders, neck, head, twist. Ribs, shoulders, neck, head. Ribs, shoulders, neck, head. Let's stay out. One finger, lift that leg. Lift, 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 lift. How's your pelvic floor? How's your scoop? Now just the knee, toes stay down. Keep lifting in and up through your body, getting as tall as possible through the back of the neck. All right, take your elbows down. Curve the back, enjoy that twist. Big, nice, juicy spine stretch. Especially in the middle, I really feel it in the middle. I don't know about you guys. Okay. Elbows down, both of them. So now you're shifted forward on that bottom leg. And we're going to lift that top leg up. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. And now I'm going to press it up and back. Up and towards the wall. So up and, how do I even, what direction is that, guys? Yes, up and towards your left side. Okay, now we're going to think about lifting up and opening that leg at the same time. Up and open, up and open, up and open. I'm trying to keep this hip pretty much still. So it's my thigh moving in the thigh socket, out, out. Good, all right. Bring it back up and around. Nice twist across the body. Woo. Tight back there now. So let's let it loosen out and lengthen again so we have nice long ability. All right, unwind it. Coming back to our backs. All right, little neck rolls. So we're gonna start with our arms down by our sides here. We're gonna hold our core in, yeah, neutral spine, parallel legs. And I'm going to lift my head, curving my chin into that little hollow in my neck. And then I'm gonna continue articulating the spine so that my shoulders come up. And I'm rising off the floor to about the middle, not quite the bottom of my rib cage, yeah? It's gonna be hard to see because I have this mic pack here when I'm getting up. So my shoulder blades come off the floor. That's a great way to think about it. At this point, I can definitely see my belly button, and I'm gonna make sure I'm pulling it in and drop it back down slowly. One thing about making this very tiny movement is that you'll notice that if you come up here and you're holding your breath, you're gonna press that air in your lungs down into your pelvic floor. And we don't want to do that. We want to stay lifted there. So that's why they always say exhale when you're doing sit-ups. Maybe you recognize that already, but that was new to me this year. I was like, oh, haha, that makes sense. Okay, here we go. Nice and slow motion. We'll go head, neck, shoulders. Check it. Shoulders down, neck, head, relax. Head, neck, shoulders. Check it. Shoulders down, neck, chin, head, relax. Head, neck, shoulders. Check it. Shoulders down, neck, head, relax all the tension there. One more time. Neck, shoulders. Check it. Down to the floor. Fully relax your neck and head. Take a moment here and just shake your head no. Shake it now. Let your neck and shoulders release completely. If you feel like there's a little tension held there, jiggle it out. No need to hold on to that. It doesn't help you. All right, shoulders down. We're gonna extend that whole idea. So head, neck, shoulders. From right here, I'm gonna send my legs out as low as I can, holding on to that 12 o'clock pelvis. So it might not be all the way straight, and that's fine. And then I'm gonna flip my arms over, and I'm gonna come up the rest of the way. And you can walk your hands up your legs. That's totally okay, yeah? So it's totally okay to use your hands on your legs to walk up from there, but it's not okay to do this cheat. Watch, I'll show you the cheat. Head, neck, shoulders. Legs out. See how I tossed myself up? That's the cheat. And we often do a smaller version of that to skip the weak spot in our abdominal strength. But I want you instead to slow down and meet that place and make it a little stronger rather than just bypassing it. All right, here we go. Legs come in. We're going to put the whole thing together. There's a little bit at the end I haven't shown you yet. So we'll go head, neck, shoulders. Check it. Legs out to where you can hold it. Then we rise up to seated. Then head, neck, shoulders, shoulders back, neck, tall, and down. 2, 3, 4, then head. Pull your knees back in. Reset, check it out. head, neck, shoulder blades up and check it, legs out. 2, 3, find your spot. Up, 2, 3, 4, upright and head drops, neck drops. Pull up as your shoulders broaden out, then shoulders back together, sitting up, right again. Roll down. 2, pulling in. 4, legs, head back. 2, 3, 4. One more. Head, neck. Really think about how it feels inside. Legs out. 2, 3, 4. Rise up. 2, 3, 4. Head, neck, shoulders forward. Take your time. Yep. Upright, then roll down. 2, 3. Lower back touches. Extend your legs. And head, neck, shoulders go down. Relax. Knees up. Shake your head out. Make sure you're not tense in there. And single leg stretches. We go up, center, lower, down, up, center, lower, down, up, center, lower, down. And knees in, knees out. Take your knees over to the side. Bring that knee up to your chest. All right, come back to center. Both legs together. Scoop it in, knees other side. Keep it close. Keep pulling up and in. Knees in. Other side. Knees in. Other side. Use your abdominal wall to pull your hips in and up. And the closer you keep your knees to your chest for this, the more doable it can be. But go ahead and extend your leg out now. And other side. Top leg, can you extend it? Stretch. Come back center. Straight legs. We're going to bend them a little bit, and then we're going to turn them out parallel. And froggy, office chair. Froggy, office chair. And froggy, office chair. And froggy, extend them to where you can hold them straight. It might still be bent, that's fine. I want to see your legs turned out. Extend. Double straight leg stretch. Out with the legs. Keep your bellies in and up, in and up. It's a tiny leg motion because it's really about your in and up, in and up. In and up, don't let yourself push down. In that center, hold it in. Stand. Long legs, feel someone pulling your legs away from that pelvic floor. Pelvic floor comes up. All right, now circle them forward. Side, down. Other side. Remember that trick we just practiced with pre-engaging the opposite side of your abdomen? It's going to be true here with the corkscrew exercise. Pre-engage as your legs go to the way of their side. Try to keep your hip weight even from left side of your pelvis to the right side of your pelvis. Switch directions that you're circling. How's your Pilates scoop? How are your shoulder blades? Are they still anchored down? Can you press your armpits into the floor? down, bend those legs, let them down. Good job. Twist onto the side. Get your heel into your bun, stretch that quad out. Lengthen through a nice long flat back. And we're gonna just lift that leg up and down. And up and down. Think about that nice stable core, and even lift your waist up off the ground a little bit if you can. We're going to bring our legs parallel. Bring both knees forward so you can really balance, because we're going to move a lot more. So leg parallel to the ground, bring it front, turn it out, extend, bring it down, lift it up and bend it, close it down, send it back, knees together, turn it out, extend it and lower, and lift and bend it, parallel, send it back, legs forward, turn it out, extend it, lower long leg, bring it up and bend it and close it, send it back and drop your knee down to the earth. See if you can get a stretch across that hip. It's pretty hard to get in there. Let's swing it around to the other side. All right, same exercise. I'm just going to face a different direction here. Lifting my waist off the ground a little bit here, so it's like a mini side plank, yeah? Just press that top leg back first. I'll put the candle back and back, 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 back. All right. Bring both legs forward, opposite. Yeah? Here we go. It's going up. Turn it up. Steady and lower. Lift it up and bend it. Close it. Take it down along your body. Take it upright and open. Extend it and lower and rise. And bend it, woo, and close it, turn it back, forward, turn it out, extend, hold on to your core, lift it up, and bend it, and close it, send it down, one more set, and up, and open, extend, and lower, bring it up, and bend it, and close it, take it down. Whew. Drop that puppy. Okay, bottom leg spike forward, top leg, we're gonna rotate it in. I know, when do we get to do that? And drop your hips forward. So it's almost like you're twisted in on yourself here, yes? Go ahead and put your elbow a little forward. And the reason why we're doing all of this tipped forward is because we're going to lift this top leg, and I want you to get this part. We'll come back to this idea because now we have to do the jazz dance sit-ups. 8 crunches, legs in different positions. I'll go with you. Here we go. We go 8, 7, 6, 5. My jazz dance teacher set up these exercises, and whenever the song comes on, you have to do them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch legs, flex, do. I used to hear this song come on in like TJ Maxx all the time. Even though I didn't quite drop to the floor, I still did a lot of Pilates scoops without being able to help it. Switch your legs. I was like, scoop, scoop. Chop and scoop and chop and scoop, 6 legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go, both legs. Reach. Point. and roll to your side. Top leg up, side. Armpit to your side of your hip. Now twist your chest. Heart to your hip. 7, 8, switch sides, side, straight to the side. Twist. And roll it up center. Roll down. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Stay down. Cut little march. Elbows back. Knees in, press up. And elbows bend. Straighten. Bend. Just for your triceps. And bounce. Bounce the elbows. And press, and walk. Keep your shoulder blades back, hips are high. Lower down, rise up, squeeze, knees up. You can hold on if you want, touch, and up, and touch, and up, and touch, and up, and touch. And up and extend, and up, extend, and flat, extend, and flat, extend, and flat. Both legs extend, and flat, and touch, and up, extend, and flat, and touch, and up. How's that pelvic floor? Knees out. Hold it in. Seal. Whoop. Boop, boop. Roll it up, off, off, roll it back. Roll it up and stay. Shoulders back. Extend to where you can. Lift up through your floor, shoulders down. Can you let go? Together, down. Rest. Phew. Good job. Awesome. Okay. Let's come back onto your right side. We're going to take our bottom leg forward and our back leg, I'm going to take that knee and rotate it down to the floor. So I'm going to slouch forward, yeah? Nice little rest. Straighten your back leg. You're going to keep your toes and knees to the floor, and you're going to lift with your glutes. Yeah. Can you think back diagonally as you lift even? So you're really getting the big part of your booty. Good, good. Walk it up, switch sides. Front legs forward. Closing your hip in. Yeah. And up and back. Your leg is turned in, your hip is falling forward. Poi vai, il mio ego il portaborse e capelli al loro posto. Regina delle stronze, tu non liberare il mostro. And flat. Un posto, puoi prendermi il cappotto. Okay, bring that knee forward. Go ahead and grab your ankle and scooch it up. Yeah? Alright, so you might feel a little tightness here. in that tendon that attaches your lateral hamstring. And then if you walk your hand up to the top of the knee and down the side of the knee, can you find your IT band in there? It's kind of hard to find here because your muscles are all twisted around. But what I want us to do next is to stretch that IT band. So, keeping this hip up as high as you can you drop this knee back down to the earth? And find the place where like the seam on your pants is, where the greater trochanter, which is that bone at the very top of your thigh, goes down to the knee. We want this part to stretch, so we're going to grab with our opposite hand, and we're going to open the back. And that lifts your knee up into your hand, right? Okay. Pet that stripe a couple times more, because we got to find the way to get to that stretch. Bring that ankle back up. And I'm going to reach my hand underneath and around my calf. Yeah? And I'm going to extend that leg out to where it works for your body. But before I do that anymore, I want a pizza pie arm on the ground. Yeah? So check this. This should be your left arm, I'm imagining, yes? So your left elbow is on the ground. It's kind of in between, straight out to the side. And your wrist is over your elbow like you're holding a pizza pie tray. Into that pizza pie tray goes your calf. Yeah? I'm going to rotate a little bit so now you can see me from the top. Here's my pizza pie arm out on the angle. I'm going to twist my hips towards it to put my calf on the pizza pie. Yeah? This is your right hip. You're going to drop it down and extend your legs to where you can. And then you're going to look at this right knee. This is the tricky part, I think, for most of us doing this for the first time. Instead of your knee pointing towards your eyeballs, I want your knee to rotate up towards the ceiling. And then as you try to extend that leg, you should hopefully start to feel your IT band stretching. Your leg may not be all the way straight, and that's fine. Drop that hip back, turn the knee up, and find your stretch on the outside of that leg. Breathing into that stretch. And soften. Let's switch sides. Hips twist. Taking that foot down to the floor at first to kind of explore what it's going to feel like. If you're really tight today, you might need to pause here on the way in. Find your elbow spot for your pizza pie arm and put your calf in that hand. You're going to drop the hip away from the armpit as you extend. Turning out that thigh as much as possible. So knee is rotating towards the sky, hip is rotating down and away from your armpit. Open it up, press that knee down. And come on up. Okay, still one more attempt at getting at these IT bands because I think it's really hard to get to them if you haven't stretched them before. So the last stretch hopefully got you into your IT band, but it certainly probably got you in the hamstrings, hopefully the outside hamstrings. So here's another version. I'm going to put my legs to the side here. Okay, so let's say this is your right leg we're going to do first. I'm going to first walk my chest all the way around the room And I'm gonna let my hips roll all the way onto the right hip, yeah? All the way over, yeah? See if you can send that right leg a little bit further up and feel this hip swooshing into the other thigh, yeah? So we're staying very twisted in the pelvis. You're gonna walk yourself up. You're gonna take your left hand and put it on your left hip and remind yourself to stay closed, yes? Flexing this right foot, I'm gonna lean and walk my body forward over it. So my hip, this hip is probably trying to slide away. I want you to stay like you're reaching your hip towards your big right toe. Left hip to big right toe. And then you're gonna reach your body out over it. And you should feel some fiery stretch all along the floor here. Your knee should be facing along the length of the floor. If you're rolled up, your toe and your knee are pointing up, you're going to miss this stretch. So roll all the way onto that hip again, and then come down to it. All the way onto the side of your hip, the side of your leg and your pinky toe are all on the floor. Close that hip. If you want to make it more intense, you can bring your toes towards your head. Good. All right. Unroll. Roll all the way over, all the way around, around, around your body, all the way to your left. Enjoy that spinal twist. Good, all right. Keeping your hips twisted. Keeping those hips twisted. You're gonna scoot your left leg up if you can. And you're gonna walk your body towards that left foot. Keep those hips twisted. We reach up and out. We reach up and out. We reach up and stay down. Big stretch. Keep pressing that hip over. I know your weight's going to try and fall down and out towards that top leg. You want to be over towards the big left toes. It's a tricky stretch to get into, and you definitely know when you've got it. Never had a student not have an oh moment when they finally found this stretch. So if you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure, you're probably not far enough over that hip yet. Keep searching. All right, roll out of it. Onto your abdominal wall. Let's put our elbows underneath our shoulders. Lifting up in our core, and let's just come up to modified plank and back down. Pelvic floor, Pilates scoop, long back, rise up, press the floor, and down with your body. Release your pelvic clock, scoop, and floor. Here we go. Floor, scoop, 12 o'clock, press up, and down. Pelvic clock, 12. Body out, in. Bring it down. Slide your arms out. Put your head on the foot. And shake it out for a second. We're going to gather up our pelvic floor and our core, and we're going to hold in 12 o'clock. So let's do that. 4 o'clock, 12. And then we're going to do opposite arm and leg rising with a long back of the neck. Here we go. We're going head, neck, arm, and leg. Pause right here. You got to stay super low in this one, because as soon as you start feeling this lower back pinch, you know you've lost your 12 o'clock. Yeah, so let's reset that core. Get your belly muscles off the floor and down. 2, 3, 4, opposite side. 2, 3, 4, hold, check your insides. Good, slowly down, down. And up, other side. 2, 3, 4, check it. 4, 3, 2, 1, take it down. 3, 2, 1, rise up. 3, 2, 1, hold square. 3, 2, 1, take it down. 3, 2, 1, rise up. 3, 2, 1, hold it square. 3, 2, 1, take it down. 1, rise up. 2, 3, 4, hold it square. 3, 2, 1, take it down. 2, 3, 4, press back to your child's pose. You did it! Oh. Give yourself a hand on the floor.